Yo, what's happening, world? Name's Raheem Flowers. And I haven't been as proactive as I typically am on YouTube and just content creation in general. Just been working on myself, taking a spiritual journey. But in the midst of all that, I still took time and I made sure that I would have to speak on something that's very valuable to me, something I have an affinity for, which has always been computers, technology, me being a tech head. And I kind of somewhat have a mini series where I like to touch bases on it as I go through my spiritual journey and my endeavors, and I think about cybernetics. Now, I read a book last year from a man named Norbert Weiner, who they consider the father of cybernetics and the man who even coined the term, which is the relations between computers, communications, and humans, etc. And me going through the path I'm going through is very important to me. And I just look at how the world is ran via social media. I think about even this camera I'm using to record, and even the books that I'm purchasing on my Amazon or it's on my wish list, but I will purchase in the relative future. And I even think about even series that's going to be released, like Doom Patrol, and one of the main characters, who is a black man, which is Cyborg, is going to be a part of that series. So I just think to myself, where do we go next? And technology is not an inherently bad thing. I've noticed even in animes like Boruto, where they've been emphasizing on technology and more or less cybernetics, because there was even robotic ninjas or experiment, like they're test subjects for robotic ninjas in that series. And I think to myself, there's no such thing as inherent good or evils in this world at all. Like even when I look at Lucifer, and I was talking to a brother about this, I don't necessarily say Lucifer is quote unquote evil. It's more of a matter of him being chaotic by nature, and imposing that will onto others is what makes Lucifer evil, not the knowledge that Lucifer sought out. And I even thought about a series that I love, which also is in relation to cybernetics and alchemy, Fullmetal Alchemist. Edward Elric, who had a titanium arm because he lost his arm practicing alchemy and transmutation, trying to bring him and his mother Alphonse back. And in the end of the series, there was a character, father, or what was left, was punished by the creator or God or the Most High, however you want to phrase the creative force, entity. And he said, why should I be punished? And really, that was just like a playback of Lucifer, just done in a more anime, alchemical format. Anywho, I'm saying all that to say that I like to get in touch. I'm getting more in touch with my spirituality, and I'm still looking at the technological aspects of it, because of what I'm getting into is very important. What are you willing to sacrifice for your ultimate goal? Because me, I've been in seclusion for the longest. I don't even talk to my own family like that. And if it wasn't for the assertion that my woman has, I would hardly even talk to her at this moment in time, because how much I look to be a better man for myself, for her, for my homies, and just, it's always important to have something substantial. It just is. No matter what it is and what gifts and abilities you have. And like I stated, I found it in cybernetics. I found it in you know, my brother, he put me on to ROMs. You know, like when a person would download ROMs on computers and emulators, which was the equivalence, which was the technological, cybernetic wise equivalence of having games. But then even then, that's kind of redundant because games are cybernetic in itself. And that's why they got all these virtual reality helmets. All that stuff is pretty cool, but knowing the human mentality, we tend to abuse these things. And another thing that just that dawned on me was when my brother used to talk to me when I was a kid, he introduced us to the Windows 98 computers, the XP. He introduced us to torrents and introducing us to Pirate Bay, and just knowing the mechanics of computer science, Control, Alt, Delete, all that. Those are really good features, and I even scripted at one point, and eventually I'm going to get back into it as I delve into algorithms within the fields of computer science. Fortunately for me, I've come across some great individuals throughout the realms of social media, whether it be from YouTube, whether it be from Facebook, or all the above. Like, just take advantage of what we got, man. And then you have to keep in mind that whole net neutrality thing. Even though it doesn't seem like it's a problem now, my best guess is they're keeping it under wraps. Because after all, this was something they were looking to implement since 2015, since Obama was in office, and now people didn't even start hearing about it until 2017. I honestly didn't start hearing about it until 2017, and I'm just being really reflective of how much I value things like technology. And it's kind of ironic that I'm rocking my Ultron shirt while I'm saying all this. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say. I'm just, these things are just very therapeutic for me to make YouTube videos. My journey and my very first video was about the laws of the attraction and what it brings and what you really want to manifest and how that does have a profound effect on your life, like it did mine. So I just encourage everybody to go for theirs, same way I'm going for mine. Fuck all that victim talking bullshit. I mean, there's movements out there like the American descendants of slaves. Then you got the Me Too movement, Black Lives Matter. All these things are distractions, and they're distractions that can easily be embedded and implemented through these websites and things that just go viral, and people just get entertained, and they're revolutionaries one day, and then they're complicit, happy-go-lucky, blissful motherfuckers the next. This right here can make an impact. These computers. And that's what I'm gonna do. Me and my team. And we're gonna do it by any means. Peace out, everybody.